Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, It Matters. Today I want to discuss with you guys some of the important lessons that I learned during my preparation. So I wanted to share with you guys. So it is very important for you guys to understand some of the important mistakes to avoid and some of the important things to understand during the UPSC preparation. ಸೊ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಯು ಪಿ ಎಸ್ ಸಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ ತುಂಬ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ತುಂಬ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡೋದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ elaborately about that in a much detail, a kind of a good information video it is going to be. ಏನಂದರೆ when you start preparing for this examination, initially 2-3 attempts you should never deviate from the examination itself. So you should never deviate your focus from the UPSC preparation. So always focus on that one examination, no matter what the examination you are preparing for, UPSC or KPSC, whatever it is, dedicate yourself to that one goal. That is very important for you guys to understand that. Okay, then for example, that initial 3 attempts, 2 to 3 attempts, you should dedicatedly focus on UPSC preparation, and you should never deviate from the UPSC preparation. While doing this, you should if you have graduated from your college, you should register yourself to the MA master course, MA Master of Arts or Master of Science, in any of the courses. That is very important for you to understand. Why? Because that will serve you as a second option, that will serve you as an option B for your future endeavors. Okay, when you are if you register yourself to IGNOU, a kind of Indira Gandhi National Open University, it's a open distance learning system, or KSOU, there is Karnataka State Open University system. There you can register yourself, and you just need to go and appear for the examination. You can while you are preparing for UPSC, you can simultaneously write these exams and finish your master's course also. That is very important, because these exams won't cost you too much of time. You just need to write some assignments and write the examination. That is very important for you to understand. Okay, second thing is very important. Balance is the key. Always balance ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. You should do the balance. ಏನು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಹೆಲ್ತ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ಇದನ್ನು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಏನಂದರೆ, ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ UPSC ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಅ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ತುಂಬ ಡೈವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಈ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಥರ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಏನಂದರೆ ನಾವು ವಿ ಸಿ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್. ನಾನು ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅದಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಈ ಥರದ್ದು ನಾವು ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದಾಗ ದಟ್ ಟೆನ್ ಟು ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ನೆವರ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಅವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್. We should enjoy the process. We should enjoy the process of learning new things. We should enjoy the process of learning the things. Okay, ಅದನ್ನ ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾಕೆ ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಯು ಆರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ನ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಾಗ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ರೀಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ರೊಮ್ಯಾಂಟಿಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ರೊಮ್ಯಾಂಟಿಸೈಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆನ್ ಟು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್. Okay, one more thing is you should prepare. Okay, the prelims is there, the mains is there, and interview is there. For all those 3 steps, you need a rigorous amount of practice, rigorous amount of gaining the knowledge. Okay, that is very important for you guys to understand. Then ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿ. ದೆನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಏನಂದರೆ UPSCಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಫಾರ್ 500 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ದಟ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ I kind of made that mistake, because I did not take support for the optional, and that costed me a lot. And I highly recommend all of you guys to take that support for the optional. Okay, whatever the support that you get. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಂದರೆ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್. ದೀಸ್ ಟು ನಾನು ತುಂಬ ಎಂಫಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಂದರೆ, ಓದೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಓದೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೀಡ್ 100 pages a day, ಬಟ್ ಆ 100 pages ಓದಿದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೆನಪು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ a lot of questions on that topic, then you are tend to remember more topics than when you read. Okay, that is very important. Practice plus revision. Revision is very important. You need to revise the subjects nearly 5 to 10 times before you appear for the examination. Sometimes 5 times, sometimes 6 times, no matter how much you are away from the examination, you should rely more on the practice plus revision. Okay, that is very important. And always practice and revision are more important than reading. Then we should have a good friend circle. Okay, we should have a good friend circle with your in around yourself. When you are preparing, you should have that circle, good circle. Okay, and always learn to say no. Okay, if somebody is calling you for some party or anything, you should learn to say no. And in that peer pressure, we tend to say okay about everything. That is going to cost you something. Okay, I highly recommend you guys to say no to everything that cost your preparation, or that cost your concentration in the preparation. And have one personal moral support. Okay, always have one person as your moral support, the person whom you share your feelings, or where you share your emotions without doubt, without any kind of hesitation. Have that moral support always. Then motivation should come from within. And always that motivation, you should not actively search for the motivation from the external sources. You should rely on the motivation inside yourself. That motivation should come from inside itself. Okay, that is very important. Then always put boundaries in your life. You have to put boundaries in your life. Means this is the end, this is the limit that I will be following in doing. This is the limit that I will be not crossing in my endeavors. That is very important, because when you put boundaries, then only you are tend to be in your conscious. Okay, then only you can act very actively in your endeavors. Then take suggestions. Always ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರತ್ತಾದ್ರೂ ಹೋಗಿ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳೋದು ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ತುಂಬ ಜನರ ಹತ್ರ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳೋಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಟು 3 to 4 people is very important who are very well versed in these things. Always remember that. Take suggestions. Then listen. Okay, always listen to the people. If some experienced person is talking to you, you should listen to them, and you should gain and extract those information from them. Then you should inculcate in your endeavors and the practice. That is very important. Then timetable. Timetable, as far as I am concerned, I did not put any timetable, but rough understanding about what you will be doing in the day is very important. What you will be doing in the morning, what you will be doing in the evening, or how much subject you will be covering at this week, and how much subject that you will be covering in the evening. That is very important for you guys to remember. But no need to follow that strict timetable when you are not able to complete that timetable. When you are not able to meet that timetable, it might not help you. Okay, thank you. And next I will continue in my next videos.